LSU, reshaping futures.
One day our voices will somehow fill the earth with joy forever. I dream that someday our wishes will somehow soon come true and last forever. I dream that one day our songs in some way will bring a bright tomorrow, full of love, full of hope, full of joy.
I see this one day when all the world will someday when no one stand before us, singing one song together everywhere, singing we are gonna love you, people of the world. We are gonna make you a better world. We will all respect you, people of the world. We are gonna make you a better world. Return to a land called Paraíso, a place where a dying river ends. No birds dare fly over Paraíso. No space allows them to endure the smoke that screams the air, the grass that's never there. And if I could see a single word, what a joy. I tried to write some words and create a single song to be heard by the rest of the world.
I live in this land called Paraíso, in a house made of cardboard floors and walls. I learned to be free in Paraíso, free to play anything I see. Matching rags for my clothes, plastic bags for the cold, and if empty cans are all I have, what a joy. I never fight to take someone else's voice and live with you like the rest of the boys. Paradiso, help me make a stand. Paradiso, take me by the hand. Paradiso, make the world understand. And if I could see a single word, what a joy is tired and hungry and could expect some truth and hope and respect from the rest of the world.
One day our voices will somehow fill the earth with joy forever.
I dream that someday our wishes will somehow soon come true and last forever. I dream that one day our songs in some way will bring a bright tomorrow, full of love, full of hope, full of joy.
See this one day when all the world will hear us. Someday when all is stand before us,
Singing one song together everywhere, singing, we are gonna love you, people of the world. We are gonna make you a better world. We will respect you, people of the world. We are gonna make you a better world. We are gonna love you, people of the world. We are gonna make you a better world. We will respect you, people of the world. We are gonna make you a better world. Jesus, help me make the stand. Jesus, take me by the hand. Jesus, make the world understand. And if I could see a single word, what a joy this time and hungry land could expect some truth and hope and respect from the rest. Singing, we are gonna love you, people of the world. We are gonna make you a better world. We will respect you, people of the world. We are gonna make you a better world. We are gonna love you, people of the world. We are gonna make you a better world. We will respect you, people of the world. We are gonna let me be the change I want to see, to do with strength and wisdom all that needs to be done, and become the hope that I can be. Set me free from my fears and hesitation. Let me courage and humility. Fill me with spirit to face the challenge. Start the change I long to see. Today I start the change I want to see. Even if I'm not the light, I can be the spark. In faith, service, and communion, let us start the change we want to see. The change change we want to see, a change that begins in me. Jesus in us, Jesus in Mayang magiliw, pero sa silangan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiliw, sa manlulupig, di ka masisi. Sa naganap mundong sisiway at sa langit mamahal, manilag ang tulat, awit sa panlayang minamahal. Ang isap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdidinig. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw na luwag ating pagsinta. Buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng may mamapit. Ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our fourth workshop of the Arts and Culture Center of LaSalle University. This is in celebration of the ANIA 2022 Harvest of the Arts LaSalle University National Arts Month Festival. And for today's session, we will be bringing you to a new and exciting adventure still in the world of arts. For today's workshop is all about theater arts. Hi, everyone, and good morning. I hope everyone is doing great. How is your morning? It's Ash Wednesday today, and I hope that everyone will give their time to go to church. And I hope that you all had a good night's sleep. And today's Wednesday, so I am assuming that you are in your phones or in your gadgets viewing our workshop today. Since we don't have class for LaSallian students, I hope you will enjoy our today's workshop. And without further ado, please help me welcome, or please help me present our speaker this morning. Our speaker this morning is the Creative Director of the Educational and Digital Media Services team of LaSalle University, where he manages 2 educational and digital media studios responsible for a wide range of educational multimedia productions. He also served as the Director of Arts and Culture Center last 2016 to 2020, where he managed the arts and culture-related programs, projects, and events. Apart from administrative and managerial commitments, our speaker teaches art appreciation courses in the tertiary unit of LaSalle University. In 2012, he was awarded as the most outstanding private school educator of the Department of Education of the Division of Azamis City. And in 2016, he was awarded as the most outstanding faculty of LaSalle University. He was also one of the national winners of the NCCA PSEP's Culture-Based Lesson Exemplar Writing 2015. For 3 years, 2017 to 2019, our speaker immersed himself in the state-of-the-art multicultural country, Singapore. In Singapore, he was able to graduate with a professional diploma of intercultural theater in the Intercultural Theater Institute, Singapore. Now, even at these trying times, he continues to be a culturally rooted artist, practitioner, and educator. Please help me welcome our speaker for this morning's workshop, Mr. Ted Nudgent. Hello, Sir Ted. Good morning.
Hello, Paul. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Yeah, it's Ash Wednesday. I am supposed to join the mass of the chapel, but anyway, here I am for the ANIA's Arts Workshop.
Well, thank you so much for accepting our invitation, Sir Ted. It's an honor to be with you today. And before we'll start with your workshop, sir, I have a question for you. Would you mind? It's
I don't have questions from you.
okay, sir. This is just about the situation that we are in right now, sir. I am I am very honored to have this time to talk to you. Since I know you are a great artist, Sir Ted, I am really a fan of you. It's
Oh,
really breathtaking to watch you perform on stage. How are you doing now as an artist, as a performer, when everything just immediately shifted into online? Like how well are you as an artist right now?
um, as an arts practitioner, actually, it becomes a part time. I mean, it's my part time thing because I have a full time job. So it's kind of like I miss being an art student in Singapore because when I came back here, uh, pandemic came, and I was so excited then to continue my craft as an actor or as a director. But then pandemic came, all of us shifted to another platform, to another environment. But I think I should be lucky enough that I'm in LaSalle University, wherein there's this platform, there's this studio, digital media studio to play. So I was able to still do my craft. Just last week, with Sir Mark's help, with the Arts and Cultures help, our Arts and Culture Center's help, we were able to stage another ambitious production with my new group, new collective, Initiate PH, the alumni of ITI Singapore. Yeah, that's it. Still, as an artist, still breathing, but it becomes a part time. If nalay time, then push for a project or an art production.
Okay, Sir Ted. Thank you so much. Good to hear that, Sir Ted. And I hope that all of the people or Lasallians who are listening right now are still motivated to continue their craft or their passion, because the situation that we are having right now is not a hindrance to pursue or improve your skills and talents. So thank you so much for that, Sir Ted. And now, Sir Ted, I'll give you the floor.
Thank you, Apple. Good morning once again. Welcome to the theater component of Ania's Arts Workshop. Um, Before that, allow me to share my screen. There you have it. Yes, good morning. Um, this is theater arts workshop, but I should say that it is a misnomer, since our session today is more likely a kind of theater sharing session. It's a bit lecture, but there's also a kind of sharing, from what training I had, starting from being a Teatro Guindegan member up to my intercultural theater Singapore years. So, but then every time someone asked me to talk about theater or to give workshops related to theater, I'm still second guessing myself. Will I be worth the topic? Will I be able to give justice to my years of training, not only in Intercultural Theatre Institute Singapore, but including those years of exploration um, within Teatro Guindegan? With that, to start my sharing, allow me to bring you to a little journey as we watch this video of my theater journey.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Everyone, I'm Ted Nudgent Fernandez Tac-an.
I was born and raised in Oroquieta City, province of Misamis Occidental. Currently, I am based here in Ozamis City in the same province, working as the director of the Educational and Digital Media Services of LaSalle University. And I am here in the ADM studio of LaSalle University right now. As the director, I am leading a team who's responsible for the educational technology advancements and training and digital media productions and streaming of LaSalle University. Just recently, I was designated as the new artistic director of LSU Teatro Guindegan, the resident theater company of LaSalle University. So let's talk about my humble beginnings as an artist. Let me bring you to my childhood years. At an early age, I am already the entertainer of the family. As you can see, I was having fun balancing myself with the hand of my grandfather, while the whole family is also having fun watching me. Also, at an early age, my mother was also having fun putting dresses and makeups with me and my brothers. These were my early years as a performer. Elementary and high school years. Though I was in a science curriculum program where the program focused much on Englishes, sciences, and mathematics, I really tried my best to join a performing, not a, I mean various performing arts clubs. Being on stage was somewhat of a hunger. This hunger continued when I entered the portals of LaSalle University. So I enrolled in mathematics education, but still desired to be a performer at the same time. This desire brought me to the doorsteps of LSU Teatro Guindegan. During my Teatro Guindegan years, I was introduced to professional theater training. I met several professional theater groups, actors, directors, and arts practitioners. And I started performing professionally, not only in the corners of LaSalle University, but also in various big cities of the Philippines and even outside the country. Thanks to my ever dearest mentor, Dr. Filemon Blanco. Years had passed. I became a teacher and I ventured to cultural education. Still, I continued my passion in theater by standing as the associate director of Teatro Guindegan. When I took this role, it was also the time that I started teaching arts and design of the senior high school department of LaSalle University. I just felt empty-handed and wanted proper or practical training. I felt like I was somewhat an untrained theater and arts practitioner. So when the Intercultural Theater Institute of Singapore announced that they'll be having an audition here in the Philippines, I really seized the opportunity to try. And so Singapore, in ITI, I had an overwhelming excitement, but layered with a little bit of fear. Fear of not being good enough, fear of failing expectations, fear of crossing cultural boundaries, and my constant anxiety against my own ego. I had a crazy roller coaster ride. I don't even know if I am sane enough for, I mean, I am sane enough to come back home. But I am home. I am in the Philippines. I am in Ozamis City. And it's easy for me to go back to my hometown. Came moment when I decided that I wanted to be an arts practitioner or continue to be practicing what I am practicing right now is when our ITI director Sassy kept on emphasizing about if I wanted to be a good actor, then I need to be a good person. Good actor is becoming a good person. I was glued to that statement. If I wanted to live my life, then why not live it by being a good person? By being one, I can be a good artist myself. I know I am privileged that I am trained in ITI. I am blessed that I am trained in ITI, and I also believe that being good. I also believe that it is really good to be blessed, but it is better to be a blessing. So now I am trying my best to be to be a blessing to the community I am serving. Basically, I am practicing theater arts as an actor, director, playwright, designs, and at the same time, film productions, being the director of the educational and digital media services of LaSalle University. From the old normal to the now normal to the next normal, I believe that the kind of performances we are having will continue to morph to whatever hybridity of forms. It will strive. It will continue to strive, and I am hoping that it will go back to the basic idea of arts for humanity and humanity for the world. I'd like to end by quoting Beckett. Quote, ever tried? Ever failed? No matter. Try again. Fail again. Fail better. Unquote. And I'd like to add, fail better and be a better person. Thank you.
And that was my humble journey of being a theater practitioner. Indeed, my theater journey is a constant struggle of becoming a better version of myself every day. Becoming a better person is a complex process. Same with theater as the most complex of all theater art forms. Complex because when you talk about theater, theater combines all the other art forms. It makes use of dramatic literature for the script, architecture, visuals, sculpture, painting, and its related arts for set design, the music for setting the mood of the audience, or for heightening the emotional impact of a particular scene. Include movements for dance, most complex of all the art forms. Thus, the title, The Queen of the Arts. Theater arts as the Queen of the Arts. When I was growing up, I guess I had that desire to be the queen. Not literally, but probably have that certain kind of center of attraction mindset. I think I wanted to be seen. I wanted to be that entertainer. And so that was my first impression of the complexity of theater. I mentioned it in my first video. When you talk about theater arts, it doesn't mean that you are just being an actor. There is this director, set designer, and everything. Very complex. It's like a hot pot of different art forms that you are going to put together. Very complex. Anyway, again, my first impression of the complexity of theater is to entertain, being an entertainer. This impression of theater as an entertainment dramatically changed to theater for something useful, theater for some kind of advocacy. With my years in Teatro Guindegan, I morphed into becoming an advocate of culture, advocate for culture. With that, please watch this compilation of my early years in Teatro Guindegan.
You can zoom in. Sa gabi nagpupuyat ang iyong nanay, pagtinda ng gatas mo. Ani ng siring ng taong bayan. Hati ko.
All right. What I just showed you are actually my some of my productions with Teatro Guindegan, which were not just for entertainment, but with some sensitivity of culture. If you're going to check it out, most of them are actually movement theater, physical theater, which are closely related to dance. Again, theater is very complex. No, theater arts is very complex. You might think that he's talking about theater, but then why is it that he's showing dances? Again, that's theater, queen of all arts. Let me put or let me highlight again that it's very complex in a way that it's not just for entertainment. Again, what I just showed you is more on productions that has a taste of cultural sensitivity. Apart from our cultural advocacy as a theater artist or as a theater practitioner, let me also share with you one of our highlighted advocacy in Teatro Guindegan about positive discipline, the Istoryahe Lang Po.
Members ha sa so ni direct hire sa Dubai. Ay, mula ganahan ka to siya. Og nangita lagi siya og replacement as You know na.
Ang sama din na sa bulan ka.
In 1 month.
Sa kabulan?
Ikaw, ano? Kaya ganagal.
Sa kabulan, Jud.
Basing gani. Dahil magpira! Dito na kami ha! Huwag mo kitagawa nila, bro!
Nakita ko sila!
Ano sa inyo sa TV? Ano sa inyo? Hoy! Dahil magpira! Sige, sige. Ang gawas mo! Pagtabi mo! Aron, pagdag. Kumalas mo nito. Oo, lang ito na kung iiwan mo. Alin ka, bukol mo sa akin. Ako na lang mo ito kako. Tanawa na, tanawa! Awa, bukol mo ito. Awa, awa, awa na, awa na.
Romy! Romy! Uy! Romy!
Pili ni mo ito ba po nung ginapin mo ate ha? Magulang na ni mo. Ahoro ni mo dapat ni mo ate. Kinahanglan ni mo sunod ka sa mga magulang ni mo. Kasabot ka? Kasabot! Isa na, gusto ka makailan ng sabon? Pili! Sabon o sili? Pili!
Kaya lang si Toby, ininyo ang kanya. Nagtatakang lahat kung bakit siya'y nalaya. Siya ba'y pinag-initan, di maintindihan. Tuloy na nagtapos kayo ng maya si Toby.
Guwapo?
Sino ang phone? Wala. Natawag na lang ko, sige pili. Ako naman sa buong dilis. Ako sa iyong lahat ko na'y sila. Sa tayo lang.
There you go. What I just showed you is one of our advocacy play that talks about positive discipline. You can see there architecture of the set design, visuals, music, movement, etc. But it's a bit different to the previous one that I showed you. The previous one is a bit dance or movement, and now it is a bit musical. What I'm trying to say here what I'm trying to say here is that theater arts or being a theater arts practitioner is really complex because unlike let's just say singer, if you're a singer, you're just trying to train your vocal folds for you to sing properly the song that was assigned to you or your own song. If you are instrumentalist, then you are just training yourself. If you're a guitarist, you're training yourself how to how to use the guitar properly or to use another instrument properly. Thus, being a theater arts practitioner, again, is very complex because you need to train a lot of things. If you'll go to movement theater, then there's this movement, there's this body. If you'll go to musicals, then you need to train your voice. With this complexity, I had this childish pride that I thought I was actually empty-handed. In my first video, I shared there that I really look for opportunities to be trained because I thought that I was not professionally trained. I was not schooled. Thus, being ambitious, I sought for proper training. Then there was this Intercultural Theater Institute in Singapore. Please have a look of the school where I trained my craft.
Fundamentally, it's about Singapore. It's about what it is to work in theatre in Singapore. The program admits people from all over the world. The multiculturality of Singapore, the different heritages that make us Singapore. This is a fundamental element of what goes into the training in IT. The one thing I'm absolutely proud about is the fact that everyone who has gone through the program is still working in theatre in some form, shape, or the other. The people that we train don't just do theatre and life. Some of them are doing writing. Many of them are also involved in theatre as a means towards community building, as a means towards education, as a therapy. So there are many forms and many users that you can put theatre to. They are committing themselves to doing theatre well, to doing theatre honestly, and most importantly, they're committing themselves to artists who will go back to their own communities and building communities. So it's about commitment to human bonds. A school like ITI can only survive if the community believes in its values and in the work that it's doing. Not just in the outcomes, but in the process. We believe in a particular kind of education, training of an artist.
There you go. Training of an artist. What I just showed you is a brief summary of what we had in ITI as our professional training. That is why when I was asked to do a bit of a workshop, I shifted into sharing my theater training for me to be able to probably inspire young thespians, young theater actor to to have that goal of pushing further. I'm pretty much sure the Arts and Culture Center, this is not the last workshop, or this is not the last sharing. I've heard from Sir Mark earlier that there will be an arts academy under Arts and Culture Center. So we're gonna have more workshop or training in terms of theater. What I'm just trying to show here for this sharing is a glimpse of how to inspire you to move or to push yourself forward in theater arts training. So in the clip, in our school, in my professional theater training, we are immersed into a lot of things. A lot of things were emphasized. One of which was that the body is the instrument of a theater actor. When I talk about body, it's the totality of the mind, the voice, and the body. To go back to the complexity of theater, again, I mentioned this one earlier. Other forms are just focusing on drawing because they are into visual arts, so they will focus on coloring and sketching lines and everything, shading. But when you talk about theater, it's the instrument is the body. And so when you are going to train the body, that includes the mind, the body, and the voice. So, dili lang kay isa ang gi-train sa isa ka theater actor. Complex kayo siya. Nag-include na siya og mind. And training the mind is very complex. That is why in ITI, we have this Tai Chi, yoga, for us to grasp a bit how to relax our minds and to focus with what characters we are trying to embody if we have a production. Thus, for 3 years, I was immersed into various physical training in ITI, body awareness. I've mentioned about yoga, Tai Chi. If you can see if you've observed in the previous picture about ITI, there were traditional Asian forms: Japanese No, Indonesian Wayang Wong, Indian Kutiyatam, Odyssey, Beijing Opera. Because we wanted to experience traditional vocabularies. And this doesn't mean that we will become traditional performers. No, we define ourselves as contemporary theater arts practitioners. Beyond the actor training of understanding the body in ITI, or being a theater actor, you need to understand your body. That includes mind, voice, and body. ITI imprinted to me that attitude really matters most of all. What do I mean by this? I've mentioned in my first video that if you want to be a good actor, then be a better person. Training and technique is nothing. No, training and technique is nothing if we don't know how to show the proper attitude, behavior, or respect. I'm sorry, I didn't play. sorry, yeah, behavior or respect for the space and the people around us in whatever settings we may be in. Again, I'm using this time to a bit inspire or share something about the experiences that I had in ITI. Because 30 minutes is not actually enough to give a workshop for theater arts. It's very complex. So I'm just showing you glimpses of what we had para, as I've mentioned, basing na ganahan mo, then you can approach Sir Mark, the Arts and Culture Center, because naka-line up mga different courses for theater arts, of which will be launched soon sa Arts Academy nga buhaton sa Arts and Culture with Sir Mark. Or basta ma-inspire ta mo to study in Singapore, why not? We can keep in touch with each other. So, having mentioned all those things, allow me to share one of my Asian traditional art forms, Japanese no. This is just a very short clip.
今日の空の敵渡そう何のとの神乗りつめとやあらものものしや手波はしりの思いぞいぞる何の裏のその船いくさ今は早その船いくさ今は早塩分に帰る生き死にの海やま一度に振動して船よりは時の声ふんがにはなりの盾月にしらむは剣の光牛よにするはアボトの星の影水や空ゆくもまた小物並みの打ち合い差しちごる船戦の崖に浮き散ると手しほどに春のおよの波より明けて叩きとみしはむり深もめ時の声と聞こえしは裏風なりけり高松の裏風なりけり高松の朝嵐こそなりにける
Yeah, there you go. What you saw was an exploration of traditional Asian Japanese form. But our training did not end there. The physical training, mind and body conditioning, voice training, and the traditional forms were our preparation of becoming a contemporary theater actor. We bank those vocabularies for us to be competent contemporary theater actors. The art of contemporary theater actor is the ability to use these vocabularies to handle with ease a million tasks without allowing the audience to see the task. What do I mean by that? So our bodies were trained with different vocabularies na yung mga Japanese no and everything na pa yung mga body conditioning wa diri wa dito. But these are our training to gather different body vocabularies. Kay pag sakalak na nimo karon sa stage, pagsabang na nimo karon sa stage, ma-train na imuhang self nga do daghan kay kaghuna-huna na script na imong lines na imuhang props na imuhang positioning asa ka moadto pag kanina pud imong istorya unsa imong buhaton mabuhat nimo sa tanan nga dili makit-an sa audience nga nagkadipo-dipo imong mind. Okay? So igura mi nagbank og mga different vocabularies to train us to be a competent contemporary theater actors. Kay matud pa sa among training, there are, I mean, how should I say this? Three persona of being an actor. Say pasabutan ng three persona of being an actor. Na ay TED, nga ning play of character, which let's just say the character is a rabbit. So naay Ted nga rabbit. Another persona is naay Ted nga actor. Si Ted nga actor nag-memorize unsay buhaton sa rabbit, nagkuan unsay buhaton sa rabbit while the rabbit is on the stage. And there is this another Ted, the Ted outside of the space, no? The three persona of being an actor. Kani siyang tulo ka persona of being an actor, imuning i-try og trained nga mausa ni siya para makabuhat ka og nindot nga performance as a theater actor, no? Nga mabuhat nimo with ease. Wala yaw mo'y makita ng audience nga mura kag naghuna-hunaon sa imong next nga line sa imong buhaton. So that's the magic of being a trained theater actor. Allow me to share. I'm talking about traditional art forms, different vocabularies, and there is this contemporary theater actor. So yun sa karon paggamit ang mga different vocabularies, different training para mag-perform as a contemporary actor. Dili tong murag traditional which I've shown previously. Let's have this.
Dayon, usa ka gabi sa angit-ngit sa gabi naglaro-laro siya dito sa kasagutan, sa kalibunan, ug sa bisan asa nga kakahuyan. Iyahang gipamunit ang mga bisan unsa nga bukog sa nagkalain-lain nga hayop. I'm going to need you to take a look at yourself. Take a long, hard look at what you own. Take a long, hard look at your personal style. I'm going to need you to go shopping, right? Go down to Parkway Parade. It's good enough for you. So I'm going to need you to go to Orchard Road and see that hardly anything there is open anymore. So I'm going to need you to go to Marina Bay Sands, the big spend, and get something. I don't know, get a bag or something. I am serious.
Your house is on fire.
Pick yourself up. Can you do that? Contribute to the economy while there's still such a thing as the economy. And then I'm going to need you to come back here and fix things. I mean, really fix things.
I want you to panic.
Make some goddamn changes.
Your mall's on fire.
It's time to stop making excuses with yourself.
You think saving us will save you?
And then I'm going to need you to dig into the void deck. Dig into this void deck right here.
It's time to panic now.
And fill it up with water.
You think recycling will save you?
And then I'm going to need you to get some koi. Do you hear me? You're going to get some koi. Some koi of late capitalism. And fill the water that fills the void deck with the biggest, best, and most golden koi you can possibly find. And watch them bob in your new void deck pool while your house is on fire with a luxury bag while your malls are on fire.
You think individual action will save you?
And watch them bob in the surface with your gaping koi mouth and hear them say,
Oh, that well.
"Oh, that well, can't wait to come crushing down those late capitalist koi. I'm going to need you to eat those fucking koi. It's going to tear them apart with your teeth and leave them for your neighbors to find. Do you understand me? I know I may seem irrational, but self-awareness isn't easy. I'm telling you, it's not so fucking easy. You're going to have to eat those coins. All those golden fucking coins! But I didn't realize
10 minutes break, everyone! Hope the next one is on.
No! I really need this! Give me a chance!
Are you still here?
Please!
Miss Harriet?
I didn't understand. I prepared the speech, but I didn't know there'd be improv. I didn't...
Harry!
Some days, the only voice I hear is the recorded one on the MRT, telling me in 4 languages to mind the gap and take care when leaving the train. And on certain days, I start wondering if it's a metaphor, leaving the train. You can tell how long it is since I've talked with someone. I'm young. I'm supposed to be having the time of my life, but I can't remember what you're supposed to do at parties, never mind clubs, or whatever it is young people do. Busy roads are the worst. I have to step back from the curb, right back, to stop the urge to throw myself forwards, or just step out, calmly step out in front of a bus. I have to breathe and close my eyes and live through it. Just exist through the next 5 minutes. That's all. Live through the many other 5 minutes, one after another, that make a life. And I know if I keep on doing that, harden the shell, close right down, it will be all right. It will be all right.
And those were my graduation production in Singapore. They were all produced in Singapore, mounted in Singapore, and if you've heard me using our languages, my audience there were didn't understand those, but they are reading my actions. Anyway, theater is traveling beyond imaginations. Every time I'm in the zone of being a theater actor, I realize that I am actually zoning out, and my other self is laughing out loud, seeing myself looking so funny, so serious, so sad, so emotional, etc. Theater is beyond imaginations. It is a warp zone that allows me to time travel not only to my past, but also to my ancestors' past. Time travel not only to the future I wish for, but also to the future I am afraid of. Time travel to my present state and have inner discussions with the rest of my senses, my body parts. Time travel to different spaces, allowing my childhood, my teenage, present, and future bodies to be in one place, playing different characters and sharing different stories, memories, games, and so on. I am a theater actor.
I am a witch. He's a warrior.
A banshee. Casanova.
The forgotten. An animal.
A ringmaster.
I am a lizard on the wall eavesdropping.
An elephant. A vampire.
I am a psychopath.
I am a memory.
A tiger.
A soldier. Anything and everything.
I am you. I am me. I'm an actor.
Yes, I am me, I am you, I am a theater actor with these different characters that I can play, that you can play in these different theater spaces. I hope to continue to try to fail, to be better, and to continue to be a better person every day. With that, I hope you had something with my sharing as a theater arts practitioner. If you really want to move for a workshop, then you can keep in touch with the Arts and Culture Center. You can keep in touch with me, and we can be a better person as a theater practitioner every day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sir Ted. That was indeed a very informative presentation, and we are very delighted to witness all your experiences. Thank you for sharing those. Those are wonderful experiences. Even just by watching those videos, they were all breathtaking and very mesmerizing to the eyes, because not all people are capable of doing those things. And those are tough acts to pull off, but those were amazing performances, and we are very, very grateful to have witnessed that. And I'm assuming that the viewers have question for Sir Ted. Okay, if ever there are questions, you may post them on the comment section, and I'll read it so that our speaker this morning will be able to answer your questions.
There are questions in the chat.
Oh,
Can I read them?
we have one here, Sir Ted. There is a question. Is an artist born or made?
I believe, how should I say this? Genetically, our parents were able to pass whatever skills they have. I believe so. That's science. So yeah, that's science. But even though if you are born with those genes or whatever, if you will not train them, then that's nothing. That's why I will go with artists are actually made. In my years in Teatro Guindegan, when I was the company manager in Teatro Guindegan, we do accept theater applicants of which are, I'm sorry to use these words, not that talented, but then we accept them as our applicants, and so we gave them training. But I'm very much proud that when they ended their years in Teatro Guindegan, then they are the artists they are right now. So dili pud ko mo claim na we made them that way. Maybe they have the skills, pero kulang lang jud og training. So I would believe, yeah, even if you do have the if you are born with genes sa imong parents na artistic, but if you will not train those skills, mawala gyapon ang imuhang pagka-artist. So with proper training, artists will be made.
Thank you for that, Sir Ted. Indeed, if you have that talent, nurture it, improve it. There are a lot of ways that you can improve your talent. Okay, for the next question, Sir Ted, what recommendations do you have for students who are hesitant to join art organizations, particularly theatrical art?
Recommendations. It's difficult to push people because being an educator, I believe with Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences, there is this interpersonal, there is this intrapersonal. They find themselves artistic being alone. No, visual artists can be very artistic being alone, particularly with theatrical arts. How should I say this? I mean, again, I cannot push people to join or to be active in theatrical arts. But then again, if there are those, if you know friends, then just simply persuade them. Let them talk to theater arts practitioners. Probably by simply talking, ma-persuade sila to really hone their skills. By simply watching theater plays, basin mabira sila to join theater groups. So maybe we can start with those things. Dili pa siguro theater artist, but be an arts patron, watch show, no? Watching shows might persuade you to get involved. I mean, watching shows are already getting involved, no? They are part of the structure of productions. We don't have productions if we don't have audience, if we don't have patrons. So um again, thank you, Mr. Jose Barquez, for that question. My recommendation is that not to force people to be in a certain organization. Allow them to experience it by simply watching. Probably they'll be persuaded later on. Then dili mo to i-push nga, ay, join of different art forms. Join ani, because again, different skills. Pwede gid siya mag-enjoy na siya kaysa. Daghan kay kog mga students before nga visual artists, they are sending their how should I say this, their paintings online, then nakagama sila magazine, and to think they are loners, no? Dili kay sila nagatabi. I mean, when I handled mathematics, they don't even they are not doing great in my math class, but they are great visual artists. They are great. I mean, yeah, that's it. Don't push people to enjoy different art groups. Let them take it by themselves. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Ted. I hope that Mr. Jose Marquez, I hope that you're satisfied with the answer. I believe you are satisfied. That was a wonderful answer. And that's very inspiring. So for all young artists out there who are aspiring to be a good actor, theater actor someday, find ways, try to get out of your shell, try to get out of your box, but just trust the process. You need to take one step at a time. Sir Ted, yes, Sir Ted, of course you can. Go, Sir Ted.
Yeah. Before, I believe we're down to closing. I guess before I'll say goodbye. I hope to invite those who are watching. If Jose wanted to join Teatro Guindegan, please do. Please do. Teatro Guindegan is in its peak of having its membership camp, which will happen at the end of March. We extended our deadlines for application until March 15. So if you can invite your friends, persuade them, let them watch. We have videos available in our pages, in arts and culture, in Teatro Guindegan. So probably if they can watch videos, or you can share my videos. You can share my YouTube videos. It's available in my YouTube. That's Travel Beyond Imaginations. Then probably we can persuade them, or you can persuade them to join. And we would be glad that all together we can be better theater actors, and we can be better person for this very challenging world.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Ted. And again, thank you so much for being with us, for accepting our invitation. And now I would like to have the honor to present this certificate of appreciation. Certificate of appreciation is given to Mr. Ted Nudgent of Tac-an for sharing his valuable insights and expertise during the Theater Arts Workshop during the ANIA Harvest of the Arts, La Salle University National Arts Month Festival. Given this second day of March 2022 at La Salle University, Ozame City, signed by the Coordinator of Arts and Culture Center, Mr. Mark Glenn F. Tejada, signed by the Director of the Student Activity Center, Ms. Laureline Alduheza Golez, and signed by the Vice President of La Salle Mission, Brother Butch Antolin S. Alcudia III, FSC. Thank you so much, Sir Ted. And I hope that for all the viewers here today, I hope that you've learned a lot. You're able to grasp every part of it, because that was a very wonderful presentation, very informative. And we hope to see you again, Sir Ted, and do more workshops with you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, everyone. It's always refreshing to learn new things during this pandemic period. We hope that you have learned a lot in this art workshop from our resource speaker. For your attendance in today's workshop, don't forget to click the link provided in our chat box. I believe it's already posted there, as well as the evaluation form. Please fill it out for your attendance. And now, if you don't mind, can you please turn on your cameras for a photo op? Okay. I think Mr. Jose Abarquez. Okay. Thank you so much for turning on your camera. Okay, please look at the camera in 3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay. Again, in 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, and may you have a good day ahead of you. Okay, I'm sorry for the technical problem. Before we end this session, let me plug in the Dance Hip Hop Workshop, which will take place today, March 2, 2022 at 10 a.m. We hope to see you at our next workshop. I hope that you've learned a lot from the Theater Arts Workshop. I hope you are inspired and motivated to do more, to improve and hone your skills as young artists and as future theater actors. Also, don't forget to like and visit Arts and Culture Center Facebook page to get regular updates on our celebration. This and a lot of surprises are in store for you to celebrate National Arts Month. Surely this is an experience that you don't want to miss. And we would like to extend our utmost gratitude for spending your time with us. We hope that you will consider joining the events mentioned. Let's explore, learn, and have fun together in this celebration. This has been your host, Tyra Apolnarit. Thank you so much. Stay safe and animal asal.
Hail, hail, alma mater, hail to De La Salle. We'll hold your banner high and bright, a shield of green and white. We'll fight to keep your glory bright, and never shall we fail. Hail to thee, our alma mater, hail, hail, hail. Hail, hail, alma mater, hail to De La Salle. We'll hold your banner high and bright, a shield of green and white. We'll fight to keep your glory bright, and never shall we fail. Hail to thee, our alma mater, hail, hail, hail. Hail to thee, our alma mater, hail, hail, hail.
Recording stopped.
LSU, reshaping futures.